When did this happen?
This is how an overnight layover in London ended up being the worst month of my life, losing over $100,000 worth of crypto assets. What started out with a simple Uber home from the bar left me drugged, abducted, and robbed, left in complete disarray, waking up in the middle of London with no idea where I was at.
Thank you very much. Are you on your own, sir? Somebody with you?
I'm alone. This content I'm sharing is the immediate aftermath of everything that happened, how I pieced things together, and how to protect yourself in a similar situation. Thank you for watching my story. My first 12 hours opens up with me landing in London. I took a nap in the hostel, and then it was like a social night that night.
Where are you from, bro?
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria plus USA.
I didn't know anybody too well, obviously. Everybody's new, but I was feeling particularly social. Traveling alone, you have to sometimes.
Where are we going right now?
We're going to the Roxy.
The Roxy.
It's like a really good club in London with cheap price for drinks.
Like this, is this even allowed right now?
No, but it's empty, so
Yeah, and this is us at the club. Club The Roxy in Soho, part of town. Pretty standard night, you know, nothing crazy, but I was definitely getting ready to go home. The inside of the bar, I sat down, ordered an Uber, took a little bit, didn't have great service, said my goodbyes, and then as I was walking out, I tried to pull up my Uber app and, you know, didn't have great service, had just got here, no SIM card, just roaming data. From this moment, I got flagged down by who I thought was my Uber driver, right? Who else would be flagging me down? I walked over to the car, guy actually pulled up the shotgun seat for me, confirmed my Uber name, Jacobin, and I sat shotgun with him. I hate telling this story. So he offered to give me a cigarette. At first I was like, no, I'm good. And then he's like, come on, man, smoke a cig with me. Okay, I'll smoke a cig with you. Cool. Just thought like, okay, the guy wants to hang out, wants to be cool, so I'll smoke a cig with him. After I took my first drag, he actually lit it for me. I got drowsy or something, zombified. I was like asleep but awake. Well, during this time, as I was fading a little bit in and out, I do remember him asking for my phone for directions. For whatever reason, I just gave him the phone, and he asked what the passcode was. And then my memory just doesn't serve me at this point, but I assume obviously that we went through a bunch of applications, probably my bank application. I was just so suggestible. I at some point passed completely out, and then he continued to kidnap me, take me somewhere north of where I was supposed to go, the opposite direction actually. Well, some time goes by, and I start to come to in his car. As I'm coming to, we're driving, I look over a little bit, I see the maps on the car, but not Uber maps. I just see the maps. Didn't think anything of it, but I do remember that. He sees me start to wake up, slams on the brakes in the middle of the street. I remember this was very dramatic. I was like, whoa, very woozy, but we come to a complete stop in the middle of the street. I didn't question anything. The guy turns to me and he's like, hey, get out of the car or go to the back, go pop the trunk, something like that. And at first I was like, what? Why? And he just repeated it, and I said, okay. And I just got out of the car. And as I was getting out, guy drives off super fast, totally messes up my hip, hits me on my right side as I'm getting out of the car, and drives away for about half a block before I start realizing what had just happened. Or check my pocket, realize my phone's gone, and then that's when panic starts to set in. And I started running around, asking people for help. All the British people were just like, no, like shoo off. I tried to explain like, hey, I just been robbed. Somebody help me. Can I use your phone to call an Uber or something? Nobody cared. Until I approached one Colombian lady. She stopped and listened and cared, and she got me an Uber back to my hostel. I was staying at Urbani Hostel. I got this Uber or whatever it was back to my hostel. I was so intoxicated, so drugged at this moment. It was just so crazy. Slurring my words, all of these things. But you can see that I arrived at the hostel a little over an hour later. 2:34 was the official timestamp on the security cameras here. And this is me approaching the door. I just took a photo here just for record. But these are the security cameras from the hostel. This point is where I went into my room. I got my laptop. I was super motivated to get my stuff, all this stuff. But as I was using the laptop, he completely wiped it through my Apple ID. Didn't even really know that was a feature, but that's a feature. And I found that out the hard way. So he got into my Apple ID, did that, And that was also just the beginning of the cyber warfare that they put on me, basically. Yeah, this is just where the story begins, really. I would say I'm not proud of these next videos, but I'm going to show them anyways.
I just got robbed in London. But I got the address of this motherfucker that robbed me. The Uber driver.
I was intoxicated, I was belligerent, I was stupid. I got the location from some friends and family of where my phone was last pinged, and I just thought maybe that was the house it was at. Who knows if that was even close to the house or what. Could have just been where they last pinged it on the side of the road. Who knows? I thought maybe it could have been the house, small percent chance, and so I went there.
This might be one of the worst days of my life. I can't even tell. I think it is. I really think it is.
And I started knocking on doors in the area, asking people just ridiculous questions and just being a fool.
Yeah. I had an issue this morning where my phone was robbed from me by an Uber driver. It came back to this address. I was curious if you knew anybody that did Uber or had any idea on where that might be. All right, this is the address that my family said the phone was at. Yeah. Hey, does anybody in this household do Uber? Man, I got some stolen property recording back to this house, and I just want to make sure that it's not this house.
There's nothing here, but if you don't go in there, I'm going to have to call the police.
Surprise, surprise, this is a huge waste of time. It was all I could think to do at the time, and I just have to forgive myself for bothering those people and not making the right decision in the moment, because there were better things that I could have done with my time that might have saved me, but alas. I managed to get back to the hostel from here, although it was difficult because I still did not have a phone or anything. It was more just asking people where to find taxis and ordering a taxi. I still had a card to pay things with, at least, so that was okay. But I was still figuring out what to do, and I had no idea what they had access to at this time. I did find that there was an Apple store open near. Now is about 8 a.m. That the story is taking place on the 9th, on Friday. Now I'm gonna head to the Apple store to try to get my accounts back, get a new phone, everything like that. You can just imagine me sitting here at the Apple store all day, freaked out, stressed, anxiety. I wish I just had access to the CCTV footage inside the store. I didn't film anything from here on the whole day. I was essentially just spending the next day working here, getting my accounts back until... And what eventually happened is I had an old phone in my room back home that when my roommate woke up, he was able to go into my room, get access to that phone, remove my old phone, the one that had been stolen, the perpetrator's now phone. They were able to remove that from my Google accounts. That was the beginning. I finally got my email back, and then I was able to find the SSID in my emails on a receipt of that phone, which then allowed me to get my phone number back. This is like a all-day process. That was huge. From that point, I was able to two-factor auth everything and start getting everything back slowly, one by one. But it was at this time, after I left Apple Store, I then got home to the hostel, continued to work, and I got into all my crypto accounts, and I saw that one account had been drained of $70,000 worth of assets, another account of $50,000 worth of assets, more or less, and then a bunch of my money was also transferred to crypto and sent out into the void. So yeah, I lost like over $120,000 at this time. But because I got my Gmails and my phone number back, I was able to get my identity back, which I guess was a relief, but man, it didn't feel that great after losing that much money. People in my dorm were super sad for me. They were supportive, but there was nothing they could do, and I just felt like such a bore, and people wanted to talk and hang out, and I just couldn't do that. I was just going through like the worst time. Felt terrible for them, for me, for everything. Actually, at this point, an amazing person joined my dorm, and his name was Shahzad from Pakistan, and he gave me food, checked on me, wanted to talk but didn't want to bother, and he was just like the nicest guy. He offered to help take me to the ER, and so we did that together the next day. The point here was to get my drug test, my toxicology report, and to talk about the unbearable pain that I'm having with my hip since the accident None of them were able to help me, though. I did get to leave with this paper that notated that I had said that I had been drugged, but with no proof. The doctor turned me away. He said that they do not do the toxicologies at the hospitals. He told me I could go private or that it may be a police matter. But now it's Saturday, all these things. He ran an EKG on me to check my heart. Everything was fine. I just had anxiety, obviously. He also gave me some anti-anxiety meds, I think, that I never really took. And as far as my hip pain goes, he didn't really address those at all. More on that later.
Okay, I'm gonna start to kind of document some of this. Yeah, here's my Uber account. This is a snapshot into where my mind was the night that I was drugged and robbed. Okay, so this is where I was at mentally. That biscuit current emergency number. That's where my mind was at when I got taken. I think I left the bar at 1:30. So this is at 2:53. Almost like an hour and 20 minutes later. That's how not sound my mind was. They stole it, my last ride. Hello, I'm so sorry. I am sober and able to communicate now. Last night, this driver stole my phone intentionally and left me in the streets of London. This is the police report. I've not slept for going on 3 days now. The last time I slept was on the 7th. It's the 10th now, 7 p.m. The doctor even prescribed me drugs to fall asleep. I don't know exactly what he gave me, but I've got a prescription here. I don't really want to sleep. Like, I'm constantly being under siege of somebody trying to, break into my accounts again. I've currently got 2 Apple IDs in recovery. All my crypto's gone. Most of my nest egg is gone. 2 crypto accounts, brokerage account, which also has crypto ability in it. I haven't even opened up my bank accounts yet, so actually really I don't even know what's in the bank. I go to a physical location and everybody in the city is so rude, it's crazy. I'm not well.
So I've still heard nothing back from the cops after I submitted this complaint. I had to leave and go to the police station in person to figure this out. I used all my energy. I'm in so much pain at this moment. But I crawled out of my room. I got to the front door. I got the lady at the front to show me the place on the map where the police station is.
I just can't do this right now. My hip is killing me. I don't know what station to go to in this city. The police are not helping me. There's just nobody answering. This is supposed to be the police. It says right there. He stole so much from me. I think he was surprised that I woke up. I think he was gonna go. I don't know if they were planning to traffic me or what. This place is so closed. Ambulance? I'm at Notting Hill Police Station on the corner of Ladbroke Road, 7.
Thank you very much. Are you on your own, sir? Is somebody with you?
I'm alone. I don't know how far I am from home. Yeah, Ladbroke, yeah. Been almost an hour now.
Okay, are you alone at the moment?
Yeah. He slammed on the brakes when I woke up. I think he knew that the effects of his drugs were gonna wear off so soon that he had to do something to get me away.
I finally got the ambulance to come pick me up. After I wasn't able to walk or anything. I wanted some help with that pain. I wanted some direction. I wanted a drug test. Well, they brought me back to the same hospital that I was at the last time. In the ambulance, they ran an EKG. It was just a terrible experience at this hospital. I waited around for nothing. I did get checked in. The lady said she was going to give me pain pills, but ultimately, I guess she forgot to give me the pain pills, though, while I was there. She rolled me down to another area to see a doctor. I'm hoping finally I'm going to get some help with some pain. Maybe I'm going to get a toxology. She even said I could get a toxology with the doctor, that he would order it. So she rolls me into none other than the place and the same doctor that I was just at the day before with no toxology, and he told me that again. And they were going to run another EKG on me. A third one in 2 days. It's like, I don't need that. Ridiculous and made no sense. I don't know. Maybe this is a testament to public health care. I really don't know. And this guy, when I finally got back to the hostel, This guy's complaining about his train card that he lost.
Yeah, dude, it's just your transit card. You're good, man. You can. Yeah, how much money did you have on it?
I don't know, £10.
Yeah, dude, 10 pounds, that's nothing, bro. You're good, man. Don't stress, dog. You're good.
Freaking out. He freaked out for like an hour about it. So yeah, I finally was able to sleep a little bit. I think like an hour or two. And then I woke up to nightmares and started checking accounts again and couldn't sleep. I spent that whole day just working through accounts, calling people, I believe, and I went to another police station. My injuries are worsening, especially after I left to go to the police station, and it was just completely useless. It was almost more useless than the closed one. It's so crazy. She had no updates on the case. She didn't even tell me who I could call or anything. Yeah, that was a waste of time. Should have never gone to the police station. Isn't that crazy? Next day, Shazad visits me. I think we are on Sunday now. This guy was awesome. He was just checking on me, and that's all that he cared to do. He even left his crackers and honey for me to eat because he knows I hadn't been eating.
Maybe I could stay in a hostel, but I just feel like my energy is so low and down that like when I'm in a hostel, I'm just like bringing everybody down. You know?
No. I mean, I'm saying because sometimes if you are living alone in this situation, if you need help, at least
It's true.
you have people here, right?
It's true.
So they can help.
But I also only have 7 days max here. That's their max.
Oh no, okay. You have to change the house.
Yeah, you can only stay here for 7 days at a time.
Okay, good. I mean, there is another house in the same lane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they have similar kind of setup. It's Nottingham. Yeah, you will find the same. I mean, it's just.
I'll Google it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure it's on there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll do that then, yeah. It is nice to have at least somebody around, even if they're not super helpful. Like,
Yeah.
it is nice to know, like, emergencies. I can have somebody call me an Uber or call police.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You've been more than helpful. Yeah, I'm just documenting everything right now, bro.
Okay, no worries. Okay, bro. I leave then.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, thank you for being so supportive.
Yeah, no worries. So, man, take care.
I'll pay it back someday, I'm sure.
Oh, no need to worry. I mean,
Are you leaving these with me?
yeah, everything is yours.
Aw, bro, thank you. Be safe out there, you know? Don't do anything I would do.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, man.
Let me know when you're in Edinburgh.
Yeah, sure.
Finally got a hold of Uber here.
We, of course, will be following up with
They said they'd investigate, but I didn't really hear much after that.
Of course, we will be investigating. The police can request any privacy or personal details of the driver.
Started telling friends what's going on.
Which was big because that has contact with everything. And then he got into my Apple ID, which is also really big because that's what got him to go and turn off my Mac, so I couldn't find my iPhone by the time I got home. Dude,
Bro, this is fucking crazy. First of all, I'm glad you're okay. This just happened yesterday?
happened like 3 days ago, essentially.
Wow. Well, people are fucking scum.
I just feel fucking so taken advantage of, so stupid, so trusting.
Bro, Jacob, bro, that it's not. Don't even feel like that, bro, because, like, any of us would have done that. Any of us would have done that. That's, like, it's normal procedure. Like, you know, you're being nice. Like, I've gotten an Uber, and he's like, yo, you want to smoke a cigarette, smoke some weed? Like, it's happened. Like, a bunch of times. So don't feel like that. That's fucking crazy, bro. I'm just, like, glad. Thank God you woke up. Like, that's God helping you, yo, bro. That's just taking in blessings. Like, you will get the money back, bro. You'll figure it out. Like, that's crazy. You don't know. Like you said, you don't know where he was taking you. And you don't know what he was going to do. Like, that's insane, bro.
I've gone through a lot to get to where I'm at right now, and that's I've got my Google accounts back, and I've got my phone number back. I need to get my Apple ID back though still, and that should be recoverable on the 25th of this month.
It's not the first time they've done this.
No, not the first time. Although I will say they are being a little sloppy because I have been able to get back in at all. Once I get an officer to my case, we can look at the CCTV footage, and all I need is the description of his car, which is a black Toyota Prius, maybe even a license plate, but probably not necessary, and me having disappeared from that front, or even being in the car later down the street, or, and what I think is most likely, is that they have a camera that points directly to where I got picked up.
But it will be allocated. It's just unfortunate because of the weekend. It probably won't be until tomorrow.
At some point during this time, I got a message back from the manager of the Roxy, the bar I was abducted at, who had checked the security cameras. Everything up to this point that I had assumed was not true. I did not get in a car that was a Toyota Prius. That is what Uber reflected on the application. Despite the man having called my name and showed me the app to get into the car, I guess it was not the registered car with Uber. And that's a big fumble. I think that's rule number one, check the plate, you know? But the man that picked me up and the man that's on the Uber account, the photo of the man, that is the man that sat next to me. So I believe it could have been a two-man game. Something like that's going on. Anyway, the good news is that there was a license plate on the video as well, is what he told me. So now we just need to get the cops involved and have them actually look at the goddamn footage.
I've been reverse imaging, searching the perpetrator's photos. Nobody matches. I got his image sitting next to me in driver's seat, just burned in my head.
Really talked to the police though, right?
Yeah, I've got a case number. It's just taken a while to get a police officer assigned to my case, but the dude I was just talking to on the phone, non-emergency, said it would probably likely be tomorrow, potentially even later today.
It was not tomorrow or later today. In fact, it was weeks after.
Well, look, I'm going to follow up with you through the application and give you our police enforcement team.
Well, the next day I finally convinced the police to come take a statement from me and hopefully assign the case. I was starting to feel like my case is lost at this point.
I'm now officially using a cane that I just bought. I wanted crutches and I asked. She said, oh no, the hospital has those. Jesus Christ, you think they could let me know that shit when I'm there for pain? Literally went to the hospital twice now. I just need to get some pressure off of the joint. Anyway, welcome to the next morning. Yeah, all day, I woke up at like 4 or 5 a.m. all day. Finally got some sleep, and then I just started working on my accounts. They've already stolen everything, but I got my identity back at least. I got my accounts back. Finally got the cops coming to see me because they misplaced my case into a theft. This was not a theft. This was a trafficking, kidnapping case where they just happened to steal my phone at the same time.
Cops here were cool, they were nice, professional.
You were there. Did you tell them, obviously, you think you've been drugged?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in my report actually. I have my first report.
I'm sure you're aware that the police aren't going to be able to do the toxicology report ourselves to do.
I asked at least twice and they said they don't do it there.
Yeah, where did they point you in the right direction somewhere?
You know what, they told me I'd have to go private, but I'm just having a hell of a time finding a place that will do like date rape drug testing. Like, it's more so like marijuana testing.
You will eventually be assigned to someone and they'll be your single point of contact basically. I make note of the report number. When I'm in, if I get sort of a few minutes, I'll check up on the report to see if it's been allocated. If not, then I'll try and push for someone to be allocated to, so then they can sort of actually get.
They were less than useful. In fact, they told me to go to the hospital again to get a toxicology. It's like, dude, I've been there twice. And they offered to try a different hospital. It's just like, if you're date raped, it's like time is of the essence. It's just so sad that if this happens to somebody, like the evidence is going to fall through and then criminals will be getting away with this. Dad shows up and This was huge for my mental. And now we're on our way to, you know, a whole Airbnb, getting out of the hostel, getting to like a safer place, more private place. This was big for me. And it was just good to see family. From this point forward, we played a lot of a waiting game. Talked to a lot of friends, a lot of family, even schemed a bunch of businesses with some of my friends to make $100,000 back super quick. And I don't know, things are starting to turn around, but I was still having my ups and downs for sure.
Yeah, I know. There's the potential that they trace the license plate, find the guy, or maybe he opens up a bigger ring and this ends up being like a really big deal. I don't know.
Money comes and goes, and you're going to bounce back from it.
And during this time, we also contacted the news because playing the waiting game with the cops was just not helpful for anybody. And it went kind of viral. I ended up on every single crypto news site that there is. And Jesus, not exactly like something you want to be in the news about for sure. I just had my first meal since the incident, like just now. It's just been a nightmare. I can't believe I'm still living this nightmare. But honestly, like, I've been coming to terms with the money lost. It's like, yeah, the money's lost, but I literally could have not woken up. It could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot better, too. Could have been a lot better. I just was not prepared for this. It was a new phone, and I was not prepared. I'm going to start hunting these people. It's not that hard to give them, like, a Sting phone, a dummy phone, and track that down to their home address, and then probably find hundreds of phones. And you can do that. Well, today is the day that I let all the friendlies know. I started a big group chat on Instagram since I have it back.
Turn your mics off, guys.
What the fuck is this shit? What is going on?
Not every one of you guys know each other, but you're all my friends. I just got drugged and robbed in London and kidnapped.
You got drugged and robbed?
Drugged, kidnapped, and robbed, and potentially trafficked.
Not everybody answered video call, but in the group chat, I let
Not
everybody
good,
know what was
dude.
going on.
They stole so much money from me, and I was crippled from the incident, and I wasn't able to walk. And I don't know, I'm just like letting everybody know what's going on.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so sorry.
We have family. We have family there.
Maybe, I don't know.
When did this happen?
It happened May 9th at early in the morning. I was getting an Uber.
You're a very, very strong person. You will overcome this.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I really do.
I wish I could be there, man. I wish I could be there to help you on the manhunt.
I just am so disappointed.
You didn't do anything wrong. There's no reason for you to feel that.
Just waiting for me. I was like, okay. I took the cigarette. He lit it for me. And then almost immediately, I kind of became under the spell of this drug.
And then I just had insanely difficult calls with people in London, people at my bank, people at Uber, some lawyers. It was tough, man. Nobody really wanted to help me. Nobody was on my side.
If you wish to report a crime that is happening now, our operators are currently busy.
Despite all the craziness, during these next few weeks while I was waiting for the cops to get back to me and the case to be assigned, which took forever, and then even when it was assigned, it was to somebody that was on leave. So unprofessional. And they apologized profusely about this, but never changed anything. I still was able to see some glimpses of London that I enjoyed. I met some cool people. Even though my vibes were down, I could see that London had some great things to offer. Even through all that, spending time with my dad, I had the best Guinness in town, according to one of the news guys. There was definitely some good things that came out of it. I saw some glimpses of light in the darkness. Definitely.
Staying alive. Where to start?
So this is essentially the immediate aftermath. Absolutely terrible situation. My mind was just all over the place. I was finally starting to get some semblance of reality back. And it was just terrible for my health, for my mental, for everything. But we survived. And at the end of the day, we just lost money, which does suck, but could have been a lot worse. People die from this drug all the time, scopolamine in the cigarette. After the injury that I had from the car hitting me, and also the pre-existing condition that I had, I was saving this money to go to Mexico for these stem cells on my hip labrum and everything else. Well, obviously that was all taken from me, and just sucks because I almost didn't even go to Spain because I was going to go to Mexico instead. Well, I had overwhelming support when I posted my GoFundMe, and I ended up getting like half of what I needed to do it, and so I just put the rest on credit, and I feel great, happy, and grateful that I had so many people come through for me and give donations for that operation, and I'm actually on my way to Mexico right now to get that operation done, and I'm going to update that soon because I received so much support. I just decided, even though I didn't make all of it, I at least need to force myself to go and put the rest on credit and figure it out later. So thank you to everybody that helped out like that, and also everybody that I was able to lean on as I was going through it. Crazy experience. I literally would just like sit there in my hostel and I would just like shake, just like try to wake up. Not even being ironic or anything. I just really thought I really didn't want to be in this reality. I'm hoping that something good can come out of it. So far nothing has, but time will tell, and I'll be punching the numbers forever. But thanks for listening to the story. If anybody's got questions or anything, or if you want to follow the journey at all, shoot me a subscribe or whatever if you want to see how the update goes after the stem cells. That should be happening in the next video, I think.